I can't breathe in this jersey though.
Izzy, hit him with that theme music.
I mean,
It's almost like you guys you don't want to compare yourself to like the military going to war, but you guys out after your career, you're different than when you started. Just like these people are different when they come back from war as they were before they went. Like kind of like the line of duty thing is, it's different, but it is very similar.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's called line of duty.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but you can't compare yourself to going and getting shot at.
I hated when everybody would compare football to like war, and I'm like, it's not war. It's not life or death. This is a game.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you guys have like baseball? Do you have any of the line of duty?
I'm sure the major
benefits?
leagues has.
I know. Yeah, I know they do.
They have. Well, I know that if you're in the big leagues for so long and you're tenured, you have the best pension in the world.
Yeah, and then you get lifetime benefit,
lifetime everything.
See, we only get 5 years.
So they don't really care about that much, because as long as you get your like 10 years, you're fine. They're like, what's an extra, money for?
Does Mexico have any of this stuff?
No, Mexico doesn't have shit. But like for the minor league, so I'm going through something very similar, the exact same thing. Like, because I was asking you what you did for your depot, because they asked me the same questions. But mine's more for the California workers' comp.
So that's
you sign your
whole nother different thing that I'm also doing.
Yours is through NFL. Mine's only through like California workers' comp. So it's opposite.
So the line of duty is through the NFL, and the workers' comp is through California. Like there's two separate things.
So your line of duty through the NFL, then the workers' comp is they're pretty much suing the NFL.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're trying to get money from the NFL, and then you're also trying to sue the NFL to get
the workers' comp is injury specific, not whole body.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm gonna get probably a settlement for my bicep because I tore my bicep.
Yep.
And a settlement for my shoulder because my shoulders are jacked up.
Yep. So that's the same with me. Like I had Tommy John while playing for a California team, shoulder issue, hip issue, all that stuff. So they have to collect all the information. They get all the information, the lawyers do, and then I was supposed to have a depot in March, but they banged it because they had another team, because I signed my contract in California even though it wasn't a California team. And then that's why I was asking you about the depot, because they were asking you like, okay, did you sign your contract here when you were traveling going to New York? For me, I was trying to figure out, like they were trying to figure out if I had signed my contract in California, and I was like, well, yeah, I lived here. So then they had to add another team that wasn't a California team that I had played for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all that stuff's crazy. I feel like it should be like so cut and dry, and it's just like,
I think it's good that there's people that are looking out for athletes that aren't the retire, drive off into the sunset with 50 mil in the bank.
For sure.
That's what 1% of the 1% actually get that. Where there's guys like you who played in the NFL for 11 years, very, good career, but yet you're not set for life.
No,
you
definitely.
still have like a lot of things to do. Like the NFL allowed you to be able to invest in, other things, but not everybody gets to run off into the sunset with millions of dollars in the bank. So there's people that are looking out for us that have been here, kind of like the little talk that we had with Isaiah, that there's nobody can prepare you. I don't think that they can, because it's like everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
Nobody can prepare you for afterwards. We're always going to try to search for something that's going to fill that hole, fill that void that you can only get through sports. But there's people that are looking out for us that played. So one of the lawyers that got the minor league settlement pay thing, he was actually a player, and then got with another group of guys that he went to school with, I think, and they ended up becoming lawyers, and then they got it took like 10 years to get that. They got like all this information, all this data, like this big case to represent. And they went and they got a case and got a lot of
Oh,
back pay for guys.
Yeah.
So I got a check in the mail
really?
for like back pay, and I didn't do anything. Somebody else did the work for me. So it's really cool that there's people out there looking out for their own people.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the NFL like some retro acts and does like lifetime like at least health care for the players.
If you played more than, because what's pension 3 years? If you like if you got pension, you
get like 5, like you get lifetime.
I mean, I think something happens because look at all the issues that they've been having with players and CTE and Junior Seau's thing, that because that came back that it was because of the CTE, right?
Yeah. I mean, all of us have CTE. Every single person that's played football has CTE.
Yeah, so
that's just how it affects you and how severe.
I think it'll get to the point. I think that they're working on it. They're probably trying to settle on something.
Yeah,
because that's pretty much it. They always settle.
Well, it's all bargaining chips for the new CBAs, and like all these guys are like, hey, like we don't want there's new rules where you can't have double days in training camp, and there's only a certain number of hours you can spend at the facility during OTAs and all that kind of stuff. It's like a lot of the stuff
looking out for the players
in the league now, and I'm like, what about the dudes like after, which again, like when I was in it, I was like, I don't care about the retiring now. I don't care about my health care now.
Or the concussion stuff, like with the new helmets and all the concussion protocol, and you have to sit out. The guys back in the early 2000s, they didn't do that. So if they played in nowadays, they wouldn't have the issues that they have.
Yeah, and I mean, like the NFL is just like making so much money, bro. Like, and we're the lowest paid out of all the major sports, and it's just. It's nuts, man.
That's what I was thinking about when you were talking earlier about going to the game as a fan and dealing with other fans, talking nonsense about what play or talking trash, that there's kind of like a line between, actually you brought up another one that brings another kind of like divider to where you have the NFL as an entertainment business where fans like you went to the game with other people paying to watch the game. Now the fans want it to be an entertaining game. And in sports, if the team is good, it's more entertaining, more fans go. When the teams are trash, people don't really go watch, right? When the teams are good, people go watch. So the owners and the commissioners and everybody that works for the NFL is trying to put the best product on the field because that's how they make money. So that's one. And then there's two. The other side of it is the players and the coaches they don't care about the fans. They don't care if they're mad that we didn't run this one play because they don't know that we're trying to set it up for the second half, or we're trying to take a little bit more time off the clock, or we want to run the ball to help set up this pass in the future. They don't get that. So there's another aspect that the players and the coaches don't care about entertaining the fans because they get paid to perform. Yep. And if you don't do your job, you're gone. So it's two separate things, right? Yep. One wants you to entertain them. The other ones don't want to entertain. They want to be able to do their job and win.
Yep.
If you win, everybody's happy.
Yep.
Right? So if you do your job, you win, fans are happy, owners happy, everybody's happy, right? And then there's now another side that's the off the field stuff of people looking out for you that the NFL has to deal with lawyers and ex-players and settlements and keeping it outside of the public eye that the fans don't hear about. So the player gets all three of them.
Yep.
You have to deal with the fans, you have to deal with performance, and then you have to deal with your post-career. You have to deal with the doctors, you have to deal with all of that.
We really don't have to deal with the fans though.
You don't have to. I mean, you do because they're showing up to watch the game.
I would say
you might not have to deal with them but in like talking, you don't have to deal with them. But they're the reason why you're playing, right? They're there watching, but of course you're gonna zone out. You're not gonna hear them. But there's like almost kind of three sides to sports
for sure, and it's just I just don't understand how. Like all of our CBAs that have like happened while I was in the league, like players just get screwed because like the football life is so short, right? So no one wants to miss any time. No one wants to sit out. Baseball players, you can play for 20 years, like pitchers, whatever. Like but like football players can't.
No,
you know what I mean? Like they can't. So like.
Quarterbacks and
they miss 1 year of their like prime, like if there's a lockout, that's like a quarter of their
well, that's the reason
earnings.
why the CBAs aren't that good, and that's the reason why they come, because you're bargaining better stuff, and then there's going to be some negotiations between the two. So players want this. NFL is going to come back, okay, we can give you this and this and this.
That's what they do.
Half of the players are going to be like, okay, that's fine. I don't care. I need to be paid. I need to get back on the field. I accept this.
Yep.
Which you only have the big players that are sticking up for everybody because they can. They don't have to play that year. Same as baseball. So when the new CBA came and Major League Baseball was going with the players, Major League Baseball came back with a proposal, and then it gets voted on by the players, right? And they're like, "Yes, I just want to go play."
Yep.
They don't care. And then even like the head of the CBA is saying, like, the Players Association is saying, this isn't a good deal. I advise you not to vote on this, but it is your choice.
Yep.
So you have the guys that just want to play because they have to feed their family, and they're going to accept everything. And the NFL knows that. MLB knows that. They're going to be like, the more we hold this out, the more we scare them that they're not going to play, the more they're going to sign whatever deal that we have. And
it was weird too,
sucks.
like, because my first year in the NFL was the lockout year in like 2010, 11. So like that, I was locked out. I didn't do any OTAs or anything. My first day of NFL was day one of training camp. So like it was rough. And then like I was at the end of my career too, it was a 10-year deal, and they renegotiated it. And like, so I was like, in the beginning of my career, I was like, all right, like, let's play. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll sign anything to go play. And at the end, I was like, I just need to get one more year.
Yeah.
Like, so let's sign it and go play. But if it would have happened in the middle of my football life, I might have been like, let's sit out. Let's try to get some more stuff for everybody, like, let's try to get like practice squad guys like better money, or the bottom half of the roster, get them more money, and get like benefits after 5 years, like health benefits for my family, like I put my life, like my body and my like on the line for 11 years. I get 5 years of health insurance after. Like, it's pretty crazy if you think about it.
You got to pay out of pocket or go get a job with benefits or something. Like, you're just kind of kicked to the curb.
Yeah. And like all the owners are like negotiating, like, oh yeah, we're giving you all these, like, oh, you don't have to practice as long, and you don't have to, like, that's
so they don't have to pay it, or
no. So they don't, like, that's their chip they're putting in the pot, right? Like, that's what they're giving to us. Like, you don't have to practice as long. You only get 14 padded practices throughout the whole season. Like, that was like their big thing. Like, that's a rule now.
So that's what changed, but the players didn't really get anything.
We're still out there practicing. We're still out there doing all that kind of stuff. We're not getting any more money. We're not getting any more like benefits. And it's all like, and then we're playing another game. We added 17 games, or we added one game. So now there's 17.
Yeah.
And so the owners are just making a shit ton of money. They took away one preseason game and they added a regular season game. So it's like the owners just like,
owners are doing. NFL owners are,
NFL
owners are the best.
On a team. That'd be great.
Because every game is full. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Dude, SoFi was packed.
And it's like that
every week.
Every game. Sunday in the fall and the winter is almost like a holiday.
Yep.
People won't do things because it's Sunday. You're watching football.
That would be super hard for me for like play another sport like baseball, where it's like, oh, you're playing on a Tuesday. You're playing in Oakland. It's not going to be, there's probably going to be 8,000 people here. Like,
that's the hardest part of baseball.
I would like talk about that a little bit. How like how hard was it to get up for those type of games versus like the stadiums that were full or whatever, or like, because I know TJ was like lit, so it probably wasn't as hard to turn up at like when you played down there, but you playing for like the River Cats on like a Wednesday in August
in the minor leagues, Tuesday, Wednesday night games. I remember it wasn't a league that I played in, but they had like free tickets. It was just
really?
like free. I think it was the Florida State League because it's Florida in the summer, and you play in all the like the spring training facilities. I think it was high at the time, might still be. I don't know, but they would have like free tickets. They would just because nobody would go to that game. Florida,
they're just hoping people buy beer.
Yeah, they're just hoping people like come. They're not really like making money. I think like almost every minor league stadium like loses money.
Damn.
Like outside, like the stuff that they do outside of the field, they like make money, right? But like just look at the Fresno Grizzlies to run that facility. When we were there, taking BP, there's no game, nothing. You see how many people are working.
Yeah,
they're like trucks. They're dropping off pallets. There's food. There's this. There's like the guys working on the field. They're all still there for a minor league baseball team that gets 5,000 people
getting ready for the taco truck throwdown.
Getting ready for the taco truck throwdown. Yeah. So those are the hardest games to play, which most people would be like, oh, like that's easy. There's no fans. There's no pressure. I can just go out there and have fun. It's actually the opposite. As a player, this, that you want the pressure. You want the fans. You want like that big moment that you can just like, you get like that adrenaline rush. That's crazy. So you want to run out in like the 9th inning or like the 7th inning when his base is loaded and it's like a super close game and the fans are in it.
Yep.
You want that. That's what you want. Going out on a Tuesday, the starter just gave up a 4 spot in the 5th, and you're up because you're like the freshest arm, and it's like, hey, Tice, get in there, see if you can give us 2 or 3 innings on a Tuesday night when there's like 5,000 people in a 25,000 stand, and nobody cares because those games they can kind of get out of control and they can ruin somebody's season, right? So you have those random baseball games that are 15 to like 11 on like a hot summer day where the ball's just flying and there's a bunch of home runs, because hitting's contagious, right? So like once people get
once you hit 1 and you hit 2
both,
out, you know what I mean? Like,
homers, yeah.
I know I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly what I'm talking about. So those are the games that everybody is very afraid to throw in because you can go out there and pitch pretty good and give up 3 or 4 runs, which was good for that game, right?
Yeah.
You might have saved the bullpen. You might have kept your team in it to eventually win the game, and you won the game 15-13, but you gave up 4 runs in 2 innings, and you just ruined your ERA.
Yeah.
And that's what you're scared of because as a player, you're out there to compete for your team. You're trying to do it, but in the back of your mind, you want to have a job. You want to put up good numbers. You want to do good. And I think that's the thing that like I dealt with so much is I was so afraid of pitching in those moments. Like you put me in a closed situation, bottom of the 9th against the best team in the league. I'll take it. I'll go every single game. Yeah. I'll take that every single game. I got to get up after the starter in the 3rd inning after he just gave up 8 runs and we're losing 8-0, and then now I have to go wear 3 or 4 innings. Like literally wear them. Not like, okay, just give us 2. It's like if you give up 4 runs, you're still in there. Like because you have to just wear it because you don't have 50 guys in the bullpen that you could just throw. Maybe there's only 2, fresh arms, and you have to just get them to like the end of the game. Get them to the 6th inning. Get them to the 7th inning. Damn. And that's the hardest part of being in the bullpen. And then as a starter, it's just nobody's there. You don't really have that hype, but it's different because some starters they just want to be like chill, and they just because they know they're pitching for 5, 6, 7, 8 innings, and every inning is like going to be the same. Because baseball can be super loud, it can be super boring. There can be 30,000 people there, and it be still kind of boring.
The COVID year when nobody was in the stands for games.
So we played
crazy,
in
bro.
2021. We played our first 2 weeks with no fans in the stands. So TJ is popping. It's crazy. We played with no fans. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
We played in NFL stadiums with no fans. They had cardboard cutouts of people.
I remember that. Yeah,
and they would pump crowd noise into the stadium so it wasn't silent. It was crazy, bro. And like when somebody would get hurt, they would shut it off, and it was like silent, eerie, the most like craziest like feeling in the world. They're like, you can hear the other team talking on their sideline. Unbelievable.
It's almost like a practice.
Yeah. But like
That's how it felt when we didn't have fans. It felt like we were doing like we call them like live BPs or
Yeah.
like inter squad. You do them at night before the season starts. That's what it felt like.
Dude.
It was a real game. And
one of the weirdest experiences was like getting ready for a football game and nobody being there. It was nuts.
Isn't it crazy that you can go into the field with no fans, same music's playing, you're doing the same routine, and you're not jacked up. You don't have that rush of like emotions, adrenaline. Then you put fans in the stands and you get juiced up.
It's energy,
but like
bro.
what
It's just
like
energy.
It's
like
crazy
Dr. B said,
energy.
like,
though.
energy isn't like created.
I know.
It's transferred, right? Like
That's my whole thing. It's like, how crazy is that? Like nothing changed. People were just there watching you.
yeah, man. It's a special like experience to get to like play in front of a bunch of people like that.
Yeah.
And then even like you think about, okay, there's 60,000 people in the stands, but then like you're playing on Thanksgiving, and there is
Everybody in the
20
country is
million
watching
people watching you. Like that's what's like. You like sit back and you think about it, like everybody back home is literally like eating their turkey and mashed potatoes and watching me like.
Oh, look, there's Kenny.
Block,
He looks so cute in his Lions uniform.
Yeah, block the Cowboys, or whatever it is, It's that's a crazy like scenario to like think about. Like
Yeah, I never had that. Like, I don't even like the Mexico Championship. There was probably a lot of people that watched, but you don't really care because you don't know.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a weird thing.
Yeah, for sure. But like that day in particular, where it's like I played on Thanksgiving 3 years in a row. So it's like, all right, like this is cool, because that's what we did when I grew up. Like we
Yeah.
you ate dinner,
And you watched the
and you
football
watched
game.
the football game that was on. Like
I know, I'm getting kind of excited about that with the
I know, but
nights
I'm
getting shorter and playing football and
I'm gonna
stuff.
turn up on Thanksgiving too.
So are you hitting the diet hard? Because
Tell
let me tell.
Thanksgiving.
Hold on. Let's do this. Let's come over here. Look at the camera. All right. This man right here. Okay. First of all, let's give a shout out right here to my boy Cody. Let's get it. Made us these custom 1 degree jerseys. Mine's an extra large.
Cody,
This is a large. Look at this man. Look at this man. You looking slim, man.
not after Arizona though. Not after Arizona.
Okay, but you're hitting it hard because
I'm gonna hit it hard for Thanksgiving.
until Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Time out. You hit it hard. You hit it hard in Arizona, and then you're gonna hit it hard on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah.
But you're hitting the diet hard because
between.
of Arizona, and then you're gonna hit it hard on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I'm gonna definitely eat my weight in.
What's your favorite dish on Thanksgiving?
So my mom makes these like cheesy potatoes, right? They're like shredded hash brown potatoes with like cream of mushroom soup and cheese, and dude, it's so good. It's such a white person dish.
Whole plate
Izzy.
full.
He's looking at me like, that's the whitest shit I ever heard.
So that's your favorite potato?
It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not a big turkey guy. Like
ham. You
I
big
like
ham guy?
I like ham, but I'm gonna smoke it. I'm gonna do my own turkey this year. So
Smoke it.
I'm gonna smoke it and try to
Add a little bit of
yeah.
flavor into it.
Yeah, sneaky love green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole is good.
Pumpkin pie though,
Dude.
like
I get turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, stuffing, big stuffing.
Stuffing.
This guy have good stuff. Are you a cranberry sauce guy? Did you put
I'll do it.
We didn't have that like as a family growing up. So I went to somewhere that had cranberry sauce. I was like,
My
This-
aunt would make this like cranberry jello, which had like a bunch of like fruit and everything, and kind of like was sweeter than the
Yeah.
cranberry sauce like out the can, but it was
yeah,
fire.
I didn't know about it until later, and then when I tried it, I was like, this is actually pretty good. And there's a sandwich shop that's like a turkey thing and has
the
cranberry
cranberry.
sauce.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
It's actually pretty good.
I don't discriminate against any food.
I discriminate against, and I got hammered for it. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Got hammered for it. Izzy, did you see that? Taco people. I'm like, this guy's a professional and he doesn't like tomatoes. I was like, that's how much a professional I am.
But
that
I
can
kind of agreed with
encounter.
him though.
Why?
Because you're just soft. Just eat the
What is
tomato.
that? What I did.
Oh, I know.
I did, and I gave it a high score. The highest score was the one that won.
I mean,
we chose the winner.
yeah.
We changed the
You're
taco
right.
truck throwdown's life.
We did.
Not that guy.
No.
Freaking commenting. Anyways,
Calm down.
so that's it there. We mostly talked about Kenny because that's what we do. It's all about him. But going back to how we talk about the favorite episode, like Isaiah's was really fun because we got so deep. But information wise, that a guest gave, Dr. B's by far.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
Like if anybody's gonna listen to an episode and they want to learn something, go listen to Dr. B's episode. You're gonna learn more in that episode than you are going to 14 years of school.
Yeah, he's pretty knowledgeable about all that stuff, which is really cool to have like him like in our back pocket that we could just
we can just call,
rely on him and like send him a text message, just hey,
dude, my knee hurts
like
crazy.
I need to come by and you need to look at this thing.
Yeah, he's been an amazing episode. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, check him out, go to his clinic, it's the best. Yeah, but those were my two favorites.
Yeah, I think I liked Jose's too, just because of the fact that like I don't know anything about that world of like boxing, right? Like I kind of know a little bit about basketball, kind of know a little bit about baseball, and I know a bunch about football. But he was like a little bit different to where it's like it's such a different world. It's more of just like you have to create your own entertainment, right? You have to create your own like persona. And you're the only person in there. You're the only person like
you're fighting.
Yeah, you're like it's completely different than a team sport, right? So that was really cool to like getting to pick his brain. And he's like one of the best in the world. Like
he's so good.
Yeah,
we've been seeing him a lot lately. He's been coming to the gym and boxing. So if you want to see one of the best boxers in the world, go to Mayweather Boxing and Fitness. Yeah, sign up. Go to 5 a.m. class with us. Izzy doesn't go anymore, but that's fine. We're there at 5 a.m. And you might be working out next to NFL, a retired NFL player. You might be working out to the one next to one of the best boxers in the world.
Yeah,
you know, it is what it is. And
one of the best setup men in Fresno Grizzly history.
I was the closer, so get off me. Come on, freaking savage. Jose's was really awesome. Tony's was my favorite experience-wise, getting to go to the Coliseum and everything. I mean, all of them were good.
We're going to do more of those.
All of them were good. I would say all of them were very shoot, man. Quincy's stories about Kobe might have been my favorite moment in a podcast.
Yeah.
Those are really cool. Every episode was outstanding except Greg Pinelli's.
Yeah.
His was bad.
He sucks.
All right, that's it for today. Let us know. Either through Instagram or DMs, all that stuff, if you want more guests or you want just me and Kenny, because we're here. We're gonna be doing both.
We're gonna be doing both for sure.
We're gonna get the best guests we can. We're gonna try to get Amendola and try to get the best wide receiver in the league. That would be a really cool experience. But let us know, because one of my favorite things about doing this is you guys coming up to us in the gym and being like, hey, I listened to your episode, it was so cool, or getting text messages or just like random things that you guys actually listen. And it's a very, very cool experience for me, because there's actually people out there that want to listen to us talk about random dumb shit.
Yeah. I can't breathe in this jersey, though.
All right, we got to get Kenny out of this jersey. Till next time, follow us on Instagram. Every episode comes out on Friday. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Izzy, hit him with that theme music.